Siarukoto ora manaki soto ora kini atatarona kiatata oro soto tariana kuma. Ariana koriana kiatariata so ota ariana kiatarkoma ana kiatarakoso oro konani anaki. Ara kiatata ora kiarakota saka oriana kiarakota azaru kaniana kotomana kiarakona siarakona. Dear one, you set your, we will use the word judgment around your particular, beautiful, unique way of living life. You have judgments that are part of the programming because as a little one, you were admonished around your focus. You were told that in order to be a success in this world, you had to look and act and think a certain way. But you are wired in your own glorious, unique way. And the only real problem that you have with it is that you judge it. The life that you live is quite easy and flowy and happy. Of judgment in the thought of perhaps this is not the best that I can do. But we would say to you, dear one, think of all of those people that you know that have great, intentional, single-minded focus. Where does their creativity land on the continuum? Do you know anyone in your experience that has the ability to create the way that you can create, but has that single-mindedness? And we are not saying that those people don't exist. Of course they do. But there is a uniqueness to you, dear one, that when you learn to look at yourself through our eyes, through the perfection that we see, when you can embrace the whole package, we would say, that you love and honor and respect and revel in your creativity, that we know. But you judge your, what you call scatteredness. We call it diverse and unique. So we would invite you to start asking yourself, where does this judgment come from? For you accomplish what is needed. You can accomplish all that is needed when you choose. You choose the way you do. But then you judge it. You judge it as not being the way it's supposed to be. I could do better if I did it this way, or I would do more if I did it that way. Those are choices for you, dear one. You can choose. There are days when you buckle yourself down and you don't give in to your true nature and you make yourself do X, Y, and Z. But we would say to you, where is the joy in that? Creating the relationship with your egoic mind is a step in this. You can talk with your ego mind and set plans, follow through with the plan in the way that feels good to you. Does not mean it needs to be linear. That the ego mind prefers the linear. And perhaps there is where some of your upset comes from. But if you set your intention for a day to accomplish these three things, and you do one in the morning and then you paint for some hours, and you do one in the afternoon and then you fly off and do some gardening, and you do one at night and then you putter around doing something else. Why is that not as successful as putting one's nose to the grindstone and doing it in order. It is simply judgment, dear one. It is judgment that comes from the little girl who was told she was not doing things correctly. Pay attention, sit up, you need to be like your big brothers and sisters. Whatever the conversation was that told you how some way your way of bebopping happily through life is wrong. It is not wrong, dear one. You are accomplishing everything you choose to accomplish. Let your joy be your guide. You know that in your gut. You know that in your gut. That is why these judgments feel so uncomfortable to you. And if you decide you want to make a change in a particular day, you can step out of that with your free will. You can tighten things down if there is something important that you have decided from your own sense of priority. You have decided that you will prioritize today a more linear, organized, getting things done, but come at it from that direction that you have made this choice. You are empowered to do it as you choose. No one is making you do anything. You can choose to have that kind of a day occasionally. If there is something you would really like to generate a lot of results, if that is important to you, you get to decide that. And when you do it from that perspective of empowerment, you do it from the perspective of this is my choice, loving and honoring and respecting that creative. We will even use the word because we believe it has a triggering effect. Scattered. Even loving and accepting and honoring and respecting the scattered way that sometimes you go about a day. The only thing that is wrong with that is your judgment of it. You are creating a magnificent life. Your artwork is wonderful and brings you great joy. It is unfolding in a very natural way. The only problems with any of it is the judgment that you put on. When you hold yourself up in comparison to another, when you hold yourself up into a comparison to what you think you should be doing, that is when it falls short. But when you look at it through your heart, it is complete clarity, is it not?
Yes.